beautiful souls, and welcome back to a marketing minute on the Dynamic Entrepreneur podcast. Now, I really like to do these, although I haven't posted many of them. And actually, the reason why I haven't posted many of them is today's marketing minute topic. And I don't know if you guys have ever had this perfection paralysis, where you want things to be so perfect because the people you've been following, they're top notch. They're doing it good, they're getting the likes, they're popular, etc., or they have it all. And you're like, no, I can't do it. I'm not perfect. I'm not that good. Perfection paralysis. And tell you what, I have that I have that so much. I should almost have an award for it. Not that it's something that I'm proud of, but it's something that I will be transparent about and talk about in hopes of helping myself and others. So something I just learned in a course that I signed up for a few weeks ago is action over perfection. How can you ever improve a skill if you never practice it? That's like the kid, there's a lot of hockey up here, that wants to be an A player. You can only be an A player by getting out on the ice and doing it, by failing, by practicing, by learning. It's no different when it comes to business. It's no different when it comes to whatever you may be doing as an entrepreneur or in your everyday life, even working out. But for me, it comes down to a lot of, posting and sharing things, ideas, motivations, marketing consulting, and my company, and growing my team, and all of these ideas that I have. I have so many ideas, you guys. You would be dumbfounded to know how much is channeled through me every day. And yet I bottle it up more than the Hoover Dam. Because, oh my gosh, I'm not perfect. I don't have the following. What are people going to think? And I'm not immune to that. I am working on it and I'm much, much better. But today I challenged myself to just go ahead and record this marketing minute about this topic. So what they mean by action over perfection is that take a step. Lay yourself up for success. And, when you go back in 2-3 years, you're going to be like, wow, I really didn't know what I was doing, but it doesn't matter because right now, if you show up and you're doing the best that you can with what you think, any action is better than no action at all, whether it's perfect or not. You must take an action. And the momentum of that action is going to be so much more exponential and impactful than the no action while waiting for perfection. I mean, I feel like when we talk about this topic, you go round and round and round and it doesn't really cover anything new. But it's so true. Doing something is better than doing nothing. And I'm pretty sure we say this to our kids. If you're a mom or a dad, doing something is better than doing nothing. But how many times do we apply that into our lives as adults? Especially if you're an influencer, you're an online marketer, you own your own private business. If you have an MLM, how many of us have perfection paralysis? And for what? Literally, with all of the abilities we have right now in life, whether it's social media platforms, etc., and it's on our fingertips. We're doing it all day, every day. And we just don't. It's easier than ever. But we want to be perfect. Now, ask yourself this. The last few videos you watched on TikTok, were they all perfect? Absolutely not. Does it matter? No. We did go through an era where, especially Instagram, was so influencer heavy with perfectly curated grids and images and branding. And even people like, oh, well, what about branding? It needs to be perfect. No, it doesn't. Your branding will have zero effect if it's not even put out there, whether it's perfect or not. The amount of time that it takes you to get it perfect is momentum that you could have used. And I'm not just speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself right now. It's one of those things called eat your own medicine or humble pie, which apparently I eat a lot of humble pie. If you ask James, he says you give really good advice, but you should listen to your own. And that is the number one thing I'm working on until the new year. I've given myself this to work on going forward, and it's action over perfection. This podcast is absolutely no different than that because the world needs more of you. And if, let's say, you uphold that perfection image, people can't relate to that. If there's too much difference between the perfected image and where they are now, it's very hard to relate. It creates so much distance, like it's insurmountable. And I guess that's how perfection feels, insurmountable. But perfection, I won't go into the spirituality side, but what is perfect? Perfectly you. So for example, you take Victoria's Secret lingerie versus NYX, is that how you say it? The NYX line. Which one's perfect? They're both perfect for their audience, their market. And even that's something that's kind of changing. So your branding doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be happening. You will find it. And here's the thing, perfection feels like something that's set in stone, and it's not. Everything is changing every day. So just do it. Action. And you will find your stride in that action, in that momentum, and you will actually see more rewards and satisfaction when you do take action. That's today's marketing minute. And I will go take some of my own medicine and edit this episode for you.